Imagine creating professional designs, stunning logos, and viral thumbnails, all without any graphic design experience. In our AI graphic design course, you'll master how to create powerful designs using the power of AI tools like ChatGPT with just simple prompts. Learn to create brand new logos, edit existing designs, upscale image quality, and even build stunning product mockups. Turn your designs into real-world products and start selling online. Even a simple AI-generated design can become a bestseller. Want to go further? Create viral memes, social media graphics, and professional marketing material, all with AI. No graphic design background? No problem. Unlock your creative potential with AI. Join the AI graphic design course today. So today, I'm asking ChatGPT for some fictional company names and logo descriptions. The idea is to generate logos using simple prompts. Let's see what we get. I've typed in the prompt, and we've got a response from ChatGPT. These are some fictional companies: Tinkertown, Ember, and Ink. There are a few others too. Since these are fictional, we can use them freely for design purposes. Let me save the description for Ember and Ink. I think this one will work well for a demo logo. I'll check out some of the other names too. We've got Astralis, Loopnest, Luna, Andmos, Skynest, but I think Ember and Ink stands out. It's a luxury art supplies brand that sells ink and calligraphy tools, which I think is a pretty cool concept. All right, I'm going to copy the description of Ember and Ink, open a new chat, and paste it in. I'll keep the prompt simple. I need a logo for the description below. Then I paste the description and send it to ChatGPT. Now, ChatGPT has responded with a description of what the logo could include, and it's asking if I want a visual mockup. I'm going to say yes. Create a logo. And just like that, it's generating the logo. It might take a few seconds or minutes depending on the system load, so we'll just wait a bit. All right, here we go. The logo for Ember and Ink is ready. It's really elegant and incorporates elements that reflect the brand's identity. I like it a lot. To save it, you can just click the download button and store it locally. I'm going to save it now and name the file. And just like that, we've got a logo for Ember and Ink. Let's try another company. How about Ripple? It's a meditation app. I like that one. I'll paste the description and give it a simple prompt again. After a few minutes, the logo is ready. It has a very calm, minimal feel, perfect for a meditation app. It's not too busy, which really works well here. Now let's try one more. Velvet Fox Studios. It's a film production company. I'll prompt ChatGPT with, I need a logo for Velvet Fox Studios. The logo is now generating. And here it is. Another great result. This one has a premium feel. The font choice and design elements look spot on. It really captures the essence of a film studio brand. And that's it. That's how you can create simple logos using fictional companies and basic prompts with ChatGPT. Hi, welcome to this video. In this video, we're going to learn how to update an existing logo using ChatGPT. In the previous video, we created the Velvet Fox Studio logo. You might have noticed that the Velvet Fox Studio and Ember and Ink logos all looked quite similar. That likely happened because of a setting we'll take a look at now. If you go into the personalization section of your ChatGPT settings, you'll see an option called Memory. You can also set custom instructions to personalize your experience. But what we're focusing on right now is the Memory toggle. You'll notice that it says Memory saves previous chat history and references it to create content like logos. If you keep this on, it may result in some overlap in style and design. So for a fresh start, I'm going to turn it off. This way, each new logo will be created from scratch, without any influence from past conversations. Now, let's work on updating the Ripple Meditation app logo. Let's imagine we want to add a brand tagline to the existing Ripple logo. I asked ChatGPT for a few suggestions, and I really liked the first one. Find stillness in every ripple. It feels very aligned with the brand message. Next, I'm going to upload the existing Ripple logo that we created in the previous video and give ChatGPT a simple prompt to add this tagline. I'll also include the original description we used to create the logo, just to give ChatGPT proper context. All right, I've prepared the prompt, and I'm sending it in now. Let's see what we get. ChatGPT is now generating the updated logo. After a couple of minutes, the new version is ready, and you can see that the tagline "Find stillness in every ripple" has been beautifully added to the design. This is a really simple and effective way to update an existing logo. Now, I want to take it a step further. I'll ask ChatGPT to add some highlighting and depth to the logo, and maybe try a different font for the tagline to enhance the overall look. We're reusing the same Ripple logo for this update. This time, ChatGPT has provided two variations. Occasionally, you'll receive multiple versions so you can choose the one that fits your vision best. Looking at both options, I personally prefer the first one. I'll zoom out and show you the comparison. Yes, the first version looks great, so I'm going to download it to my device. And just like that, we've updated our logo using ChatGPT. Now, I'll quickly show you the before and after, so you can see the difference ChatGPT made. The updated Ripple logo looks polished, modern, and brand-aligned. That's it for this video. I hope you found it helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. Hi, welcome to another video in this series. Today we're going to be creating mock-ups for a brand, specifically product mock-up images. For this, I'll be using a fictional brand called Wanderling. First, I'm going to head over to ChatGPT and ask it to create a logo for this brand. I'll keep the prompt simple and just paste the description of the Wanderling company. This time, we're aiming for a 3D logo, so I've made sure to mention that in the prompt. Now we'll wait for the output. ChatGPT is already responding with some suggestions and asking for our preferences. I'll go ahead and tell it to include a few key things. We want the logo to include the brand name, and it should feel realistic and textured. For everything else, we'll let ChatGPT decide. Let's see what it comes up with. All right, here's the logo. I actually really like it. It looks premium and well-designed. You can see it here on the screen. Now let's move on to the next step, asking ChatGPT for mock-up product ideas that feature this logo. ChatGPT has given us a nice list of suggestions, various products we could use for mock-ups. From this list, I'm going to choose a flannel shirt and ask for a tag or chest patch mock-up featuring our logo. I'll give it the prompt and wait for the output, and here it is. The image we've received looks great. It's a realistic mock-up with the logo perfectly integrated. It honestly looks like something you could use on a website or in marketing materials. Let's try one more. This time, I'm picking the travel journal notebook from the suggestions. I'll send the prompt and wait for the result. And there we go, another really nice mock-up. The logo's been applied cleanly on the notebook, and it looks exactly like a real product image you could use if you were selling branded merchandise. So that's how simple it is to create mock-ups from scratch using ChatGPT. Thanks for watching this tutorial, and I'll see you in the next one. In this video, we're going to update the logo on an existing mock-up. In the previous video, we created a logo for the brand Wanderling. Now, we're going to take that logo and apply it to a pre-made mock-up. For this, I've downloaded a mock-up from the internet, and I'll be using ChatGPT to help replace the existing logo in the image with the Wanderling logo. I'm just going to give it a simple prompt, and let's see what output we get. After waiting a few minutes, we've got the new mock-up. As you can see, the original logo has been completely removed and replaced with the Wanderling logo. The result retains most of the original style and design elements from the mock-up, which is great to see. To get a better comparison, I've downloaded both the original and updated images and placed them side by side on my screen. You can see the difference. It's pretty close. It's not identical, but it feels like the same mock-up with the new branding applied. Now, the original mock-up had a bit of a 3D effect on the logo, so I'm going to try giving ChatGPT another prompt to include that 3D look in the updated version. A few minutes later, we have the new version, and this one looks even better. It adds that 3D depth we were going for, and honestly, it's really close to the original mock-up style. You can see both versions side by side on my screen, and the final result looks great. And that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Hi, and welcome to the video. In this video, we'll learn how to extract assets from an image to use them in a different image using ChatGPT. We'll start with an existing image, one that contains elements we want to reuse. For this demonstration, I've downloaded an image from the internet. The goal is to separate specific parts of this image so they can be used in new designs. First, I'll ask ChatGPT to generate a version of the image with just the background, removing all the original elements. After waiting a few moments, we receive a clean background that closely matches the original, but without any of the additional objects. This background can now be used in any design project as needed. Next, we'll extract a different element, the person featured in the image. I'll ask ChatGPT to isolate just the person, removing the background entirely and creating a version with a transparent background. This way, we can easily place the person onto a new background or composite it into a different scene. As you can see, we've successfully generated an image of the person, the jumping figure, with a transparent background. To confirm this, I changed my device's theme, and you can clearly see the transparency. This method is very useful if you want to reuse individual elements from existing images without the hassle of manual editing. And that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Hi, welcome to this video. In today's walkthrough, we're going to explore how to create multiple variations of a single logo using ChatGPT. This is a great way to experiment with different styles, moods, and branding directions without starting from scratch each time. To begin, I'm going to ask ChatGPT to suggest some fictional logo ideas. These are completely made-up names, just to give us a creative base to work from. I'll scroll through the list and pick one that catches my eye. And here's one. Obsidian Owl. It sounds mysterious, techy, and sharp, which makes it perfect for a cybersecurity brand. So, I'm going to use Obsidian Owl as our example for this video. Let's jump right in. First, I'll give ChatGPT a simple prompt, asking for multiple logo variation ideas for a cybersecurity brand named Obsidian Owl. The goal here is to explore different creative directions that still feel relevant to the core brand idea. ChatGPT has already come back with a few cool variations, but let's keep going and ask it for even more suggestions, this time in distinct visual styles like modern, vintage, futuristic, and so on. Now we're getting somewhere. Scrolling through, about one particular style really stands out to me, the cyberpunk glitch aesthetic. It's edgy, neon-inspired, and has that digital tech feel that aligns perfectly with cybersecurity. So next, I'm going to ask ChatGPT to generate a logo for Obsidian Owl in the cyberpunk glitch style. Before generating the image, ChatGPT gives us the option to fine-tune some specifications. For now, I'll skip the manual settings and let it choose the details automatically. This can be a helpful shortcut when you just want to explore ideas quickly. Now the image is being generated, so we'll give it a moment. And there we go. The first variation of the Obsidian Owl logo is ready. I'm going to download it and save it to my local device. This one looks cool, but I think we can try a few more versions to really see what's possible. Let's go back and ask ChatGPT for a few more styles. This time, I'll select another visual direction from the earlier suggestions and see what it comes up with. It's now giving us two new variations, so I'll wait for them to render. Once they're loaded, I'll compare them side by side and decide which one works better, or whether we want to try something else entirely. Actually, I'd love to try a totally different approach. This time, I'm asking ChatGPT to create a 3D version of the Obsidian Owl logo. Adding 3D elements can give your logo more presence and make it feel more dynamic, especially for digital platforms or presentations. It's now working on the 3D style. This one might take a little longer, but it's worth the wait. Alright, the 3D logo is done, and it looks amazing. I'll download this as well. Now that we have both a flat 2D logo and a more polished 3D one, we can see how different styles convey different brand personalities. It really comes down to what kind of feel you want your brand to give off. Before we wrap up, here's a really useful tip. If you want to place your logo on different backgrounds, like websites, mockups, or products, you'll need it to have a transparent background. To do that, simply ask ChatGPT to generate the logo as a PNG with a transparent background when you're writing your prompt. This way, the background won't interfere with wherever you place the logo later. Let's try that now. It's generating the transparent version, and once it's ready, I'll download it. You can easily test if it's transparent by opening the image and switching your system's theme. If the background color changes with your theme, it's a good sign that the image is truly transparent. And that's it. Hi, today we're going to see how to create a new logo using the style of an existing logo. In this case, we'll be using the assets from one logo as a reference to design a completely new one. So I've downloaded a logo from the internet, and I'm going to upload it to ChatGPT to help transform our own logo using that style. We'll be using our Obsidian Owl logo as the base for this new logo. Here you can see the logos side by side. On the left, we have the Skull Cookie Professional Gamer logo, and next to it is our Obsidian Owl logo. Our goal is to create a new logo for Obsidian Owl that visually matches the style and aesthetic of the Skull Cookie brand. So I'm going to give ChatGPT a straightforward prompt. I'll ask it to use the assets from the Obsidian Owl logo, but design it in the visual style of the Skull Cookie logo. We also want the text styling to match the Skull Cookie logo, so I'll include that in the prompt as well. Another important detail is the ghosted background effect in the original image. We'll ask ChatGPT to include a similar ghosted background in our new logo to match that layered, textured look. Now the image generation is in progress. For reference, here again are both logos side by side. This helps guide the AI in understanding the visual transition we're aiming for. And here it is, our newly generated logo for Obsidian Owl. You can see it includes the name, the owl from our original logo, and a subtle ghosted background effect inspired by the Skull Cookie logo. It's not overly prominent, but that can be adjusted in the prompt if needed. So now I'll save this new version, and that's how easily you can create a brand new logo using your existing design, simply by referencing the style you want to replicate. This is a great technique if you're looking to modernize or stylize your current branding while keeping your core identity intact. You can see both the original and the new logos side by side for comparison. That's it for now. See you in the next video. Hi, in this video, we're going to look at how to improve the quality of images you get from ChatGPT. Basically, there are two main ways to do this. We'll go over both in detail. But just to start off, here's an example. When I zoom into this image, the one we generated in a previous video for the Obsidian Owl logo, you can see it becomes pixelated. That's pretty common with AI-generated images, especially if the resolution isn't high to begin with. So, what can we do about it? There are two main approaches. 1. Vectorizing the image, and 2. Upscaling the image. In this video, we'll focus on vectorizing. For that, I found a website just by doing a quick Google search. There are lots of ways to vectorize an image. If you search on YouTube, you'll find plenty of tutorials using different tools. But for now, I'm going to keep it simple and use this site as a quick reference. Once the image is vectorized, you'll notice a major difference. When you zoom in, it no longer becomes pixelated. Instead of individual pixels, you see smooth shapes and color patches. That's because vector graphics are made up of paths and curves, not pixels, which means you can zoom in as much as you like without losing clarity. Now keep in mind, this website is paid if you want to download the SVG, also known as Scalable Vector Graphics file. So if you try to download it, it might ask you to subscribe, but you can always look for free alternatives online. There are quite a few out there. For now, we'll just use the preview it gives us to compare the results. As you can see, even at high zoom levels, the image doesn't get pixelated. It's clean and sharp. The only downside is that vectorizing slightly changes the look of the image, since it simplifies or replaces parts of it with vector shapes. In the next video, we'll look at upscaling the image instead, which keeps the original style and just boosts the resolution. So that's it for this one. I'll see you in the next video. Hi, and welcome to this video. In today's video, we're going to look at how to upscale an image to improve its quality. Now, if you look at the image on my screen, you'll notice that when I zoom in, the quality starts to degrade. It gets pixelated. So I found this website online that allows you to upscale images, and I'm going to use it to enhance the logo we previously generated using ChatGPT. After uploading the image to the site, you just need to wait a few moments for it to process. Once it's done, you'll notice an improvement in the image quality. It might not be super obvious at first glance, but if you look closely, the image appears more refined and polished. Next, I'm going to download the upscaled version and compare it side by side with the original. Now that I've downloaded the upscaled image, I've opened both versions side by side so we can do a proper comparison. I'm going to zoom into both images now. Let's take a closer look. Starting with the original image, as we zoom in, you can see that the quality starts to drop. There's noticeable pixelation. Edges look a bit rough, and you lose some of the finer details. Now, let's look at the upscaled image. I'm zooming in the same amount as before, and you'll notice that the pixelation isn't nearly as bad. The edges look smoother, and overall the image feels more polished and high resolution. It might not be a drastic change at first glance, but when you're dealing with logos or graphics that need to stay clean and sharp, especially when scaled up, this kind of enhancement makes a big difference. So if you've got an image that's a bit low res or looks a little rough when zoomed in, using an upscaling tool like this can really help. You can see the difference clearly right here on the screen. The image on the right definitely looks sharper and holds up better, under zoom compared to the one on the left. Take a look and judge for yourself. That's it for this video. Hope you found it helpful. Hi, today we're going to explore a helpful feature in the Google Chrome browser that can check whether an image, like a logo you've generated using ChatGPT, closely resembles an existing one online. This is especially useful if you want to make sure your logo is unique and doesn't infringe on any copyrights. Here's how to do it. First, open Google Chrome and click on the three-dot menu in the top right corner. From there, choose the Search with Google Lens option. Once you click it, you'll be able to select the image you want to check. Google will then search the internet to find any visually similar images. This can give you a quick idea of whether your logo resembles any existing ones out there. Now, it's important to note that this isn't a foolproof method. Google Lens won't catch every possible match, but it's a great first step for avoiding potential copyright issues. Let's try it out with another image. I'll pick one from our image library, let's say the Obsidian Owl logo, a professional gamer logo we've previously generated. Just like before, I'll open Chrome, click on Search with Google Lens, and select the image. Google will automatically scan and display any similar images it finds online. As you can see, while there are a few logos that look somewhat similar, none of them are identical. This tells us that our design is likely unique and not a direct copy of an existing logo. This is a quick and easy way to help protect yourself from copyright issues when working with AI-generated images or designs. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Hi and welcome. In this video, we're going to see how you can create a simple logo using just the initials of your brand, all with the help of AI. If you're not looking for a full logo design and just want something minimal as a starting point, this is a great option. Let's say you plan to enhance the design later using external software like Canva, Photoshop, or any other tool of your choice. The idea here is to let ChatGPT generate a basic logo using only the initials, and then you can build on that. So, let's get started. I'm going to ask ChatGPT to create a minimal logo using just the initials of a brand. The goal is to get a clean, simple design that we can use as a base. Now, let's wait for ChatGPT to generate that for us. All right, the logo has been generated. As you can see, it's a minimal and clean design, perfect for customizing later. But to make it truly usable in external tools, we need it with a transparent background, so that it blends well with any design or background color. Let's go ahead and ask ChatGPT to regenerate the same logo, but with a transparent background. Okay, now that we've got the logo with a transparent background, I'll switch my device theme to light mode so it's easier to see. There you go. Now you can clearly see the logo. If you're happy with it, the next step is to take it into Canva or any other software of your choice. I'll be using Canva in this example. Let's open Canva and upload the logo. You can do this by going to the Uploads tab and selecting the file we just got from ChatGPT. Once uploaded, you can start adding elements like icons, text, or other visuals to enhance the logo. I'm just adding some random elements here for demonstration. As you can see, you can layer new graphics on top, and since the logo has a transparent background, It blends in perfectly with whatever background you choose. You're not stuck with a solid background behind the logo. It adapts to your design, and that's it. This is how you can easily create a transparent, initials-based logo using ChatGPT and then customize it in Canva or any other design software. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Hi. In this video, we're going to create a brand new thumbnail using an existing one as inspiration. Right now, I'm on Canva, and you can see we have a couple of thumbnails here. I'm going to pick this one as an example and save it to my local device. I really like this thumbnail, so we'll use it as the base to create a new version inspired by it. After downloading the thumbnail, we head over to ChatGPT and upload it. Let's do that now. Then we'll give it a prompt asking it to create a new thumbnail for a Top 10 Unbelievable Moments video. For example, the original thumbnail had Top 10 Shocking Moments written on it. So we'll ask ChatGPT to tweak that to Top 10 Unbelievable Moments. After waiting a few minutes, we've got our new thumbnail. It's heavily inspired by the one we uploaded to ChatGPT, but it's not a copy. It's a completely new version. I'm going to put both thumbnails side by side so you can have a look. You'll notice that while the person in the image looks quite similar, there are clear differences. The expression has changed. The hand position is different. The text has been updated overall. The new thumbnail matches the vibe and style we asked ChatGPT to create, while still being unique. And that's how you can create a new thumbnail using ChatGPT. That's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Hi, and welcome to another video in the series. In this video, we're going to dive into something fun: meme marketing. You've probably noticed the growing trend where people use memes to create marketing and promotional materials. So I found this really popular meme, and I'm going to download it. Then we'll see how we can turn it into promotional content. First, let me open a new chat with ChatGPT. Upload the meme we downloaded, and ask it to create a clever marketing meme based on it. Since we're not working with any real product yet, we'll ask ChatGPT to make something up. A fictional product for this exercise. After waiting a bit for the prompt to process, ChatGPT came up with a fun idea: a fictional energy drink company. Now, I'll ask it to go ahead and create a meme image based on that suggestion. Let's wait a few minutes for the image to generate. However, we ran into an issue here. ChatGPT mentioned it couldn't directly edit the meme due to content policies, which makes sense. Maybe the way we phrased our prompt wasn't ideal, so let's modify the prompt a bit. I asked it to create a different version of the meme instead of editing the original one, as ChatGPT had suggested. But even then, it still gave us a similar warning about content policies. At this point, I decided to be even more specific. I asked ChatGPT to create a brand new image based on the meme's theme, but without directly using or editing the original meme. I requested an animated style version, which should stay within the guidelines. And finally, after a few minutes, success! We got a really nice animated style image. It's clearly inspired by the original meme. Anyone familiar with it will immediately recognize the reference. But it's an original creation. This is a great technique you can use. You can create meme-inspired marketing or promotional campaigns without violating any content policies. Meme marketing is really hot right now, and this method gives you a fun, creative way to tap into that trend. As you can see, the image looks fantastic. That's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Hi, and welcome to this video. In this video, we're going to create a thumbnail for an AI graphic designing course. I'm going to ask ChatGPT to help me with that, and we're going to do something a little different this time. We'll ask ChatGPT to use some uploaded images to create a thumbnail by merging all those images together to design something unique. We'll be using some images created earlier in this video for that purpose. So let's start by uploading them to ChatGPT. Now, I tried uploading the images, but ChatGPT only accepts 10 files at a time. So we'll just pick 10 random images from the batch we generated and resend the prompt. Once we do that, we'll wait for ChatGPT to generate the thumbnail. And here we go, and we've got a pretty decent image. Honestly, this could work well as an Instagram post or even as promotional material for a course like mine, the one we're working on. But let's say you want something slightly different, like a different aspect ratio and maybe a fictional person featured in the thumbnail. You can also ask ChatGPT to create that for you. In this case, we gave it a new prompt, and it generated an image with a fictional character, someone who could represent the course creator. Pretty cool, right? Now, let's take it a step further. Suppose you have an existing thumbnail you want to use as inspiration, like the one we downloaded in a previous video from Canva. We can ask ChatGPT to create a new thumbnail using our logos, but styled similarly to that reference thumbnail. After waiting a few minutes, we got a really nice thumbnail. It honestly looks like something you could use for a YouTube video or even on any other platform where you're trying to promote your course. And the best part? We did all of this with just a few simple prompts. Sometimes you might not get the perfect result on the first try, but don't worry, you can tweak your prompts and try again. We didn't use any fancy tools and just ChatGPT. That's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Hi, in this video, we're going to see what other graphic elements we can create using ChatGPT. Let's start by asking ChatGPT to create an invitation card. It's asking us for a few more specifications, so I'll just let it know that this is for a fictional event and that we just need the invitation card image for demo purposes. Now we have two responses. One is already generating an image, and the other is asking for more details. Since we don't have anything specific in mind, we just want to test its capabilities. We'll wait for the image to be generated. After a few minutes, you can see on the screen that we've received the invitation card. It looks really nice and elegant. Definitely something you could use for a real event. Of course, if you have specific details like event name, date, venue, etc., you can simply add those in your prompt, and ChatGPT will include them. Now, let's try creating a visiting card and see how well ChatGPT handles that. It's already generating a visiting card for us, so let's wait a few minutes. And there it is. The visiting card has been generated. It actually looks quite professional. You can tweak it by asking for things like a transparent background if you want to print it later or customize it further. Now, for something different, let's ask ChatGPT to create a futuristic icon pack. If you didn't know, icon packs are used on websites, apps, and other digital platforms to represent different features or sections. We asked for a futuristic style, and here's what ChatGPT gave us. An icon pack that you could easily use for an app or a website. And if you need specific types of icons, you can always refine your prompt and get exactly what you want. So these are just a few additional things you can create using ChatGPT. That's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Hi and welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to give you a quick tour of a Redbubble store that I created a couple of months ago as an experiment. You can see that this store has already made 8 sales, and we've earned some money over the past few months as well. I just wanted to show you what's possible using AI-generated images. All the images on this store were created by AI, specifically by ChatGPT, back when the image generation capabilities weren't even that advanced. I didn't really promote any of these designs either. I just created them, uploaded them, and left them because I had a lot of other projects going on. You can see the designs on the screen, and one of the better selling ones was this particular design right here. All the images you're seeing on the store were primarily AI generated, with some minor tweaking done in Canva and a few other tools. But the base designs were all made by AI. This is another great example of how you can use ChatGPT or similar AI tools to create designs for print-on-demand products. And yes, it is definitely possible to make sales using AI-generated art. I'll quickly show you some of the designs one by one. You can see they're really good. And if you had to hire someone to make these, it would probably cost a good amount of money. But thanks to AI, we were able to get these unique designs ready for Redbubble. Honestly, I never imagined I would be designing products. I'm not a graphic designer at all. It's amazing to see how ChatGPT helped me create designs that people actually wanted to buy. So that was a quick tour. Just an example of how you can use ChatGPT or other AI tools to create and sell designs online. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Hi, everyone. So if you've made it this far, congratulations. In this course, we covered how you can use AI to create graphic designs, even if you don't have any prior graphic design experience. But if you want to grow even further or maybe even turn this into a career, you can definitely learn a lot more about graphic design. A great way to start is simply by going on ChatGPT and asking it, what skills should a graphic designer know? It will give you a bunch of great suggestions you can work on depending on the path you want to take. If you really want to dive deeper into graphic design, developing these skills will be super helpful. Even if you continue using AI tools, having a strong foundation in design principles will help you create even better and more professional work. So, if you're serious about continuing in this field, use ChatGPT as a guide. You can get a full roadmap and start building the skills you need step by step. Thank you so much for joining this course. I wish you all the best on your journey, and I hope you achieve amazing things in your life. Thanks again, and see you next time.